One of the main reasons my brother and I have made it a point to reach out to our Japanese cousins is because we made a promise to our family that we would try and reunite with as much as we could. Due to distance, time, and a language barrier, and I believe some wars, our family did fall out of touch with one another over a course of about 20 years. But it was always our great grandfather's dream that our families would somehow interact with one another or have some type of bond that was reestablished. And that goal or dream kind of passed on to my grandfather, who really wanted us to meet our cousins in Japan. But unfortunately, before he passed, he never really got that opportunity. It wasn't until 2011 when our cousin Yuzo came to Hawaii as a sailor for the Japanese Navy. He was only in town for about 3 days, but he was able to meet us and have what little English conversations we could because there was nobody there that could speak Japanese and he spoke very little English. So all I remember is a whole lot of smiling and a whole lot of laughing because we just didn't know what was going on. But our cousin decided that he wanted to create a better relationship with us, which inevitably did benefit us, so we do thank him for that. But he ended up going to an English class or school in Australia. And since the last time that he was in Hawaii, 3 years had passed that none of us really spoke to one another because, we were living life and it's really easy to forget to talk to somebody when they're not. And of course, that's just an excuse. But eventually, my brother and I in 2016 were headed to Japan for a vacation or our first trip to Japan. And I reached out to our cousin to see if he'd be willing to meet up with us. So, as the uneducated Japanese person in the family, I went to Google Translate and I wrote a letter to our cousin Yuzo in Japanese, trying to ask him if he would be interested in meeting up with us in Tokyo because we're going to be spending about a week there. To my surprise, I got a response in almost perfect English. So again, I responded to him in Japanese using Google Translate, but eventually I asked him, wait, are you using a translator? And then he told me no, he wasn't, and that he had gone to Australia to learn English so that he could talk to us, but we fell out of contact again, so he didn't know how to reestablish it. Needless to say, I felt really bad because our cousin went to another country to learn English so that he could establish a relationship with us, and we fell out of contact again. So he ended up meeting my brother and I in Tokyo for that entire time we were there. We spent a lot of time together getting, talking stories, getting to know each other a little bit better, and having a much more deeper relationship form because the communication was just there. And we vowed to one another that whenever we were in Japan or whenever we had the opportunity that we would keep in contact because we didn't want to keep falling out of touch with one another and have so much time pass between, meetings. And so with luck having graced us, we were able to see Yuzo maybe about every 9 to 12 months depending on how well the restaurant was doing. It wasn't until COVID and when we decided that we were going to try and open a business in Japan that we really had like daily conversations with him because he helped us establish almost everything before we even got here. Through our vacations and now our business, we've formed this really great bond with Yuzo and his family through his efforts as well. But again, going back to our mom's first meeting, we haven't had the opportunity to really get to Yamaguchi because it's so far from where we live. It was originally in our plan, the first trip that she made when everything was shut down, but because our house situation happened, the plan got completely destroyed. But after this particular meeting with her cousin, it was something that was so magical, and to see our mom smile and have this feeling of completion because she had established a relationship with her cousin again was something that is unparalleled. And so we're going to do our best, no matter what, to keep in contact with one another and have at least yearly meetings with one another so that we can spend time, build memories, and grow together. So now that's how our family fell out of contact, got back into contact, fell out of contact, and got into contact with our Japanese family again. No matter what, that's going to be the last time that we stop talking to them because we have an amazing relationship with them now. And I'm going to continue that no matter what. Okay, bye.